And it's Ash.
And today we'll be talking about gender versus sex.
Gender, sex. Gender, sex.
So what's the difference? Well, if you're taking it from psychology or sociology terminology, gender is what difference between what's a boy and what's a girl, while sex is your organs.
Yeah, your internal and external organs, your chromosomes, and your hormones that define you as a man or a woman.
And now
or male or female, I mean, sorry.
And over the years, gender has become a big thing, especially with people who identify as transgender, bigender, androgynous, or simply as non-binary, which is no gender at all.
Mm-hmm.
And which throws a big wrench in society's point of view, because they have this big thing of setting up boys and girls and setting out different levels and differentiating between, specifically, it's a boy, it's a girl.
Yeah, pink for boys. That can, did I say that right?
You said pink for boys. It used to be pink for boys. That's the thing. Over time,
that's a social construct of society.
But then they made pink for girls and blue for boys.
Because they said pink was more softer color.
And for me growing up, I loved blue, but I was born a girl.
Gender role is a huge factor too. Like a lot of toys for girls, they're geared towards babies and taking care of the house and playing kid house stuff like that. Where boys, they get like trucks and monsters and really cool shit and stuff like that. And
like
there's
traits.
Huge division between the two toys.
And God forbid when they make a gender neutral toy. But with recent news outbreak, they've been, I can't remember which store was it, Target in America has decided to stop setting up different boys and girl toys, and people were in outcry.
Love you, Target. You didn't do so well here in Canada, but props.
For doing it in America.
Props.
For me, a big thing is they need to start focusing on gender neutrality, because it's only fucking kids up who don't identify as the gender they're born as, or they don't, because like, I'm a girl, I identify as bigender, which means I identify as two genders, boy and girl. I don't transition, I'm fine with my organs, I identify as she terms, but when I'm a boy, I still go by Claudia, but I still call those my Alex days, because for me that would have been my name if I was a boy. And it's a neutral name. And that's the thing. A lot of parents are heavily concerned about forcing their kids into gender roles nowadays. Some parents are getting better with it. But it still forces a kid into this uncomfortable place where they can't talk to their parents. Kids lose that trust. They lose that safe haven that is their home.
Although, keep in mind, it is a very scary thing. You growing up and you know that it's boys and girls and that's it. That's the bottom line. There isn't any other characters in the story. And then you find out later on in life when you're a lot older and you're set in your ways and you find out, oh shit, there's like a huge amount of other gender identities. There's a spectrum of genders that you can identify as. You can be all female but identify a tiny bit with males, you know what I mean? Like there's a whole huge spectrum of it where a lot of people aren't aware of this, and so when they find out, it's very scary. They probably get upset and they're angry because they're like, what the fuck is this fucking shit? And it's hard for them, but I'm hopeful that all the older generations will learn and grow with the new generations, stuff like that. Don't stagnate yourself because you're old. Like, don't grow with this.
Yes, it brings in. Then there's the factor of sex, what your sexual organs and your hormones, and it does have some benefits, especially with physical fitness. Females and males, on average, don't have the same physical fitness levels.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter what gender you identify as, your physical body is completely different. Especially because of the different hormones, the different builds, the different skeletal structures. And it still makes it hard, especially when someone is transgendered and they're transitioning. Because when you're born at it makes it harder for the transition because you have to completely change it around.
Yeah. One of my cousins were talking about this a couple weeks back, and he was asking about, like, what if it's a man to female wanting to join a female team, would they have a really, like, muscular build, or so they have an advantage because of that muscular build from when they're a man? And and they're still transitioning. Like, what do you do then? Like,
And
because they're still at a male advantage, but they're transitioning to female. You know, like what do you do with that? You know.
And that's something that will be dealt with in the coming years too.
It's a perfect question, you know.
Especially with fitness testing for certain jobs or certain things. I was talking to my boyfriend's brother about fitness testing, especially with modified push-ups. Me personally, I don't like doing modified push-ups. I suck at push-ups, but I don't want to do modified because for me, I feel like I'm not getting the full benefit of a push-up. But some females still do it, and they have certain testings where, compared to a male push-up, you have to do a certain amount of female push-ups. So females would have to do more push-ups to have the same equivalent as a full push-up. And for me, it makes it harder, but you can't really level it out. You can't find equal them because then males are going to be brought down and females are going to be brought up. And then there's special cases where some females are really freaking buff and can whoop a guy's ass. That's pretty kick-ass. Or there's some males who are weaker than most males and get picked on for it because, you know, macho bro. I don't know.
Bear.
Please no, not that joke. But it brings up the question, because gender versus sex, it's always going to be constantly there. Because then there's your sex and then there's your gender. Because they don't always add up.
And plus, like, a lot of times with gender and sex is that people talk about them like they're two things, that they're interchangeably, and they're the same thing, but they're not. You know, you can be a man and take on quote-unquote female gender roles, you know, or you can be a woman and a female and take on male gender roles, you know. But oftentimes they're mixed together, you know. Females clean the house and do the housework and all that shit, and men, they're the breadwinners and they go out and work and do manly things.
I'm
like
sorry, if my man can't cook, I ain't marrying him. Fuck that shit. If my partner, I don't care if they're man, woman, I don't care what they are. If they can't cook, I ain't dating that. I don't care what gender roles. You have to cook, you have to be able to clean. I ain't doing that shit myself. Fuck that.
Snap, snap, snap. I can't snap. That.
But yeah, for me, gender and sex is a big thing for me because in my family, I grew up with all girls. And I always felt out of place, mainly because I was a chunky kid. My sisters were skinny as beanstalks. Toothpicks. My mom, my sisters, and I'm like, fuck. And in elementary school, all I wore was sweatpants and t-shirts. I got called butch before I even knew what the fuck that meant. And I got in fights. And I hit high school and I started, it's like, okay. I used to despise jeans and dresses. I was like, fuck that. In elementary school. Sometimes I'd wear dresses, sometimes I didn't. I get to high school and I start become more feminine. But I still, you know, retain my male aspects I enjoyed. And even today, I'm an adult. I'm legal drinking age in my country. Well, my province. Woot! But I still have issues. It's even with my family. It's like, oh, you should dress more feminine. You should go to the girl line. It's like, fuck that.
You know, you should just, you know, just the way you are, just the way that makes you feel comfortable. And if you feel like hot shit and baggy clothes and a guy hat and stuff like that, you know, do it. You know, if you're a dude and you feel really pretty and feminine in a really nice blouse and whatever the fuck skirt, you wear that, you know. Who the fuck cares what you wear?
Everyone should wear makeup. Makeup's a wonderful tool.
You know what? You're covering up your nakedness, whatever. So who cares how you cover it up, right?
Yeah. Whether it be very masculine or very feminine, it's up to you.
I am a female. Identify as my sex, something like that. I'm not gender fluid or gender
Bi-gender,
or
transgender.
anything like that, or anything like that, you know. But that's just me, you know. A lot of my friends, they're different, and I don't care.
So yeah, any more questions? Leave us a comment in the below.
Under
the description.
Leave a comment under the. I can't English.
Leave a comment under the description below. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and we'll see y'all next tea time. Peace.